We are at a turning point in our history. Too many of us now tend to worship self-indulgence and consumption. Human identity is no longer defined by what one does, but by what one owns. This is not a message of happiness or reassurance, but it is the truth.
Alright, so this is my third episode. I'm actually a little bit excited about this episode because I have several topics that I want to talk about, and since I was so excited about this episode, I decided to make myself a mojito, which if you guys know me from my parties, you know that I make awesome mojitos. Okay, so first off, I want to make a correction about what I said on my previous episode, about the one about answering girls' questions. There was a little clip segment where I say women have two brains in their heads and they're not well connected. Okay, a lot of people told me that it sounded like I said women. Oh, women, yeah, women. No, I did not say women. Women, females have two brains in their heads and they're not well connected. What I meant to say was we men. That's us men. So for anybody that got offended, which I know at least there was somebody out there that got offended about what I said, that's just my correction. Alright, so second topic, or the next topic. Let me look at my list. Alright, Lion King, Disney. Why am I talking about it? Well, last weekend I was invited to go see Lion King, the 3D release. Wow. Anyways, I refused to go. Why? First of all, because I didn't have money. But second of all, even if I had money, I wouldn't have gone seen it. Why? Because Lion King was produced by Disney. But you may ask, what's wrong with Disney? Well, what is not wrong with Disney? It's just another corporation. The way I see it, Disney is another way for the Republicans or the right wing to start capturing children from an early age and start teaching them Republican values. I don't know if people know, but Disney was one of the major donors for Proposition 187 and to re-elect Pete Wilson. You may ask, well, what was Proposition 187? Well, people may not remember anymore because it's not something that they talk in the media anymore, and because people don't like to talk about history. Proposition 187 was a law that was passed here in California in 1992 or 93, which basically denied social services to undocumented people. So I mean, pretty much Disneyland makes money out of immigrants. You know, how many people don't come from other countries to their theme parks or buy their movies or basically spend money on them, and then Disney donates money to support this law, which actually passed and then they got pulled out. Is that what Disney wants to teach our kids? To reject people that come to this country in order to have a better living? Maybe, you know, they're trying to escape for something else. To me, somebody tell me what's Disney, what's Disney about? Disney is about, happy stories, happy endings, everybody loving each other. But yet Disney as a corporation does the opposite. So that's why I refuse to spend any of my money on any Disney product, merchandise, production, whatever. Hence, that's why I didn't want to go see Lion King, and I still don't want to go see Lion King. Besides, I have the movie, which I actually found years ago on the ground and I just picked up. So I have Lion King, and Disney didn't make money out of me. And if you didn't know that Disney donated money for Proposition 187, well, now you do. Alright. The next thing, last week was my high school reunion, my 10-year high school reunion. Fuck! It's been 10 years since I graduated. Alright, so I wanted to go. I was planning on going. I was looking for someone to go, but then I just didn't go. Then pretty much this weekend or this Monday, I was looking through my high school Facebook 10-year reunion page, and I saw the images and I saw the people that ended up going to the event, and I'm actually pretty glad I didn't go. Why? Because there was people that never talked to me. It was people that I didn't talk to. That they were pretty much the populars. So I ended up saving time and money, but I'll be pretty much wearing this is my baseball high school hat. Why am I wearing the hat? Just kind of to represent my high school, since I didn't go to the reunion. Alright, so I actually want to go back to talk about my previous episode, about the one about us guys answering questions from the ladies. And it just goes in general to anybody. If you get offended, I could care less. We are all free for expressing our opinions. I'm hoping that we live in a society where we could be tolerant of other people's opinions, instead of trying to argue. I found your video disrespectful or whatever. Instead of spending that time trying to make the other person look bad, let's spend time to understand why the person thinks or believes on what they believe. So far, I have more people spending time rejecting my opinion, but they're not spending the time explaining themselves why. And until people explain why they get offended by what I say, I'm not gonna care, and I'm not gonna stop expressing my opinions. Alright, so moving to, I guess I'm calling this my main topic. I was actually gonna make the Disney Lion King topic the main topic of this episode, but something happened this week. I believe on Monday, I heard on the news and I saw on the news that Obama was gonna raise taxes on the rich people. I personally found that a great thing. Of course, we don't know if it's gonna happen. It's politics. Congress is being controlled by a Republican majority. So right now, whatever Obama says could be just denied. But the fact that he actually said that publicly, to me, it meant a lot. And I went on to Facebook and I posted, Obama's gonna raise taxes on the rich. Hells yeah. I wasn't even expecting to get any response. Maybe a few people, I like. I ended up getting, I think, close to 60 comments. And hold up. I'm not gonna go through every single comment, but I mean, from the top of my head, most of the ones that were interesting and were the people that actually they knew what they were talking about. They could back up their statement. And then I also got a lot of comments that pretty much oppose what I posted, and yet those people could not come up with something supportive. It was just really ignorant remarks to the topic. I mean, what can I say? I personally believe that the rich people should get taxed more. Why? And it's not because the rich people are rich because they work harder. That's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, when Bush was still president, he gave a bunch of tax cuts to the rich class, and supposedly it was to create more jobs. The U.S. hasn't created any new jobs, and if anything, all those people that were given tax cuts in order to create more jobs pocketed the money and ended up giving themselves bonuses. And if you're one of those persons that believe that, well, there's nothing that we can do, you're just a conformist. The moment you accept the status quo and you accept that there's no choice, you let them win. There's always a choice. I think the rich people should get taxed more. Why? Because ultimately they'll make the money back within a day, a month, a year. So to them, it's not going to affect them as much. Man, we power want more power. Alright, so that concludes my third episode. Oh, by the way, if people haven't noticed, that's my parrot right there. His name is Daniel. He was supervising the show. I don't have to put him in the credits. my idea for the next episode. I was talking to my co-host Lucho yesterday, and we're probably gonna have another girl topic next week or the following week. But yeah, peace. Well, right there.